Hello everyone. Now I'm going to show you how to multiply complex numbers. All right, in the first example, I'm multiplying a monomial times a binomial. So because of that, I can simply distribute. So negative 5i times 2 gives me negative 10i. And negative 5i times negative 7i gives me positive 35i squared. And I got I squared from the simple fact that I multiplied I times I. And then you have to go back and remember that I squared equals negative 1. So I'm going to plug in negative 1 in place of I squared. And then I'll just bring down my negative 10i. All right, then I'll actually multiply. 35 times negative 1 gives me negative 35. Now you would think that we're completely done, but one more thing, we have to write it in proper form. Remember, in the form of a plus bi, so therefore my negative 35 will go first, and then my negative 10i will go last as my final answer. All right, in the next problem, we're now multiplying a binomial times a binomial. This is when you can use your box method. So I'll draw my box and put 6i minus 1 down the side and 2 plus 4i on top. And then just multiply and write my products in each box. So 6i times 2 is 12i. 6i times 4i gives me 24i squared. Again, I'm multiplying I times I. Negative 2 times 1, or negative 1, excuse me, times 2 gives me negative 2. And negative 1 times 4i gives me negative 4i. And then all I would do now is combine like terms where I see. So obviously 12i minus 4i are my like terms, and that will give me 8i. If you notice, I have that I squared again. And so remember, this is the same thing as 24 times negative 1, because you plug in negative 1 for I squared, which gives me negative 24. And then my last number in that box is the negative 2. So now I'll combine like terms again. Negative 24 minus 2 gives me negative 26. And then I'll bring down my 8i. Again, I have to write it in proper form of a plus bi.